Hello everyone, here we've got a video on 6 new fans I've gotten recently. Yes, 6. I've been on a buying spree if you can't tell. The reason why I haven't filmed each one separately when I got them is because, if you don't know, over the past week I've been on holiday. You know, and I came back from holiday last night, and I ordered a few fans in the process because, of course, conveniently when I went on holiday was when some great fans started showing up online. So yeah, these fans haven't been seen on the channel before. Only the Indola over all the way on the left is the only one which actually arrived just before the holiday. I'm just filming in a state that I got them in because I've only recently come back and still unpacking properly, and I haven't had time to properly work on all of these. But I have worked on quite a few of them. This Indola has been stripped down and worked on because it's really easy to oil one of these, actually, to be fair. The motor annoyingly bolted shut, which Indola love doing, which I absolutely despise, but oil wicks are nice and open and exposed, which at least is easy to get to them. You only need to strip the motor down. The frost, I had to bend one of the blades because one of the blades was horribly bent out of shape, and so the fan was shaking violently. And the oil ports, I have dumped some oil down them in hopes it soaks up and runs a bit better. Hasn't really done anything, but it was worth it. And here we have a little Polar Cub Type G 6-inch desk fan. I have the 8-inch one. This is the even smaller 6-inch, and when I mean it's tiny, it's the size of my hand. It's tiny. This one I've also put some oil in its oil ports to just make it run a bit nicer. The Vortice box fans, I got them as a duo. You know, the only ones I've done absolutely nothing to. These are the state that I've got them in. And the GEC, I had to bend the back grill because the back grill was bent quite a bit forward, and it was pressing. It basically meant the blades were catching the grill as it ran. So, yeah. This is the most expensive and the most recent one that arrived. GEC Bullet Metal Blade 12-inch desk fan. Is this colour original? Because if it's not, then whoever painted it did a good job, I will admit. But I don't know if it's original. But the fan itself is actually in good running order as well. It has the original head wire as well. And this cable, I don't know if it's original. It's actually quite an old cable. You'd be surprised. It's quite old, this cable. It's got the original, like the black, red, and green wires on it, so I'll give it that. It's got the original, like, old colour wires. And it still oscillates, which is incredible on these. The oscillators break on these all the time. I think it might be stripped gears that causes that. I think it might be the gears just strip. At least on the 16-inch one, they were stripped. These Vortice, I think, I don't know how you say it, 30, I don't know how you pronounce these, 12-inch box fans, these Vortice 12-inch box fans. They're floor fans, but I call them box fans, but if I can. They're actually quite unique. From what I read on Vortice's website, because these fans are listed here, is, yeah, you may notice the colours are a bit different, and that's intentional, because each plastic component you see on these fans, like every plastic component, is made in 5 different colours. Blue, grey, yellow, green, and pink. And these colours, apparently these parts are just assembled at random, so each one will look different from the other because the colours on them will be different due to the random assembly, which is actually really cool. I will admit, that is really cool design. It's unique, you know. I've never seen any other manufacturers do that before. I like that. I think Vortice still make these, but they're in like fully white, really, only. Yeah, so a tiny Polar Cub Type G from the 1920s. It's another 220 volt one. I can't believe I found another. It is in worse condition. It's quite a bit rusted. It's in worse condition than the 8-inch, but this one was quite a bit cheaper. And the video provided, it ran pretty well actually. So I thought, why not? And it's been rewired, so I don't have to worry about plugging it into a lamp. This frost I picked up because, yeah, again, it was in running order. It was relatively inexpensive for one of these. Not the best price, but it was decent. I think it was 30 quid, which, not the best price, but not the worst either for one of these. And lastly, the Indola 8-inch desk fan. It's a model TF8. Yes, it's a model TF8, not a TV7. It looks like a TV7, or it absolutely does. It looks identical to one. But it's a model TF8, so it's the same model as the blue-bladed square grill ones that you see all the time under the Thermal Warburg brand. It's the same model as one of these, which is weird because this one looks very different. So it actually makes me think, did the TV7s actually have grills? Did they actually have grills, or was it just restricted for like the TF8 versions? Because this one has its grill. And not only due to the design, it's like a steering wheel, isn't it? But that's just the way the grill sits on. No screws holding the grill on though. But it seems to hold on decently, and it's easy to get on. Side view of the first three. Side view of the other three. Back view of the first three. Back view of the other three. I'm not going to show information sticker because that's going to take ages. I don't want this video to be extremely long. So let's begin with running them. I also put them in the order that I got. First up, we have the Indola TF8. Here's it running on, well, on. It's a decent little air mover. It's about 7 degrees to frost. So it's a decent little air mover for a little 8-inch. Not as powerful as the TV7 though, but the picture's worse, which is why. Here's off. Next up is the Frost 12-inch desk fan. This one still doesn't run the greatest and it needs a good clean. But let's run it on low. It's not happy. Medium. The rattle is coming from that little center cap is loose. That doesn't sound good actually. High. There we go, proper speed. It's not too bad of an air mover. Not as powerful as the other one, but it still outputs a good breeze. As you can see, it still rattles because I didn't properly bend it back into place. Here's off. This one's going to need the most amount of work out of all of these. Next up, we move on to fan number 3, which is this little 1920s Polar Cub 6-inch desk fan. I think this is a newer one compared to the 8-inch, mainly as it doesn't state it's for DC, AC only. The other one I've got is for DC or AC. And also, apparently from what I learned, these later ones do not actually have brass blades. They're just painted brass. They're actually steel, apparently. Because yeah, the 8-inch one I've got has brass blades. This one has steel. And the way to tell, is it magnetic? Brass will not be magnetic, steel is. Simple. Ironically enough, it's actually the most powerful out of all of these fans here. Yes, this little thing is ridiculously powerful. It moves, it's the only fan on here that's worthy of my top 25 list. And this thing's as powerful as an Explorator's T16 Grey or Brown, which is which for a 6-inch is ridiculous. This thing's more powerful than the TV7 Indola, and that thing was ridiculously strong. But I've rambled on enough. Let's switch it on. Here's on. It draws about 29 to 30 watts. I haven't got a watt meter on me, but I tested it last night. These things output a ridiculous amount of air for a 6-inch. It is extremely powerful. One of the most powerful fans I've got, actually. And it's off. Quick spin down, but it is a brushed motor, so I guess it is to be expected. Let's move on to the double Vortice box fans. Here we have the double Vortice box fans. The only problem is I can't run them both at the same time because these fans I don't believe are ever sold in the UK, so they have European plugs. Anyways, yeah, they have European plugs. I think these were sold in Italy, not sure what other countries though. So I can only run them one at a time as I need an adapter to run them. These are the only fans I've had zero work done to them. And it's these two in the GEC that I've had no oil given. That one runs better than that one, but that one's also cleaner. Not sure why. I'm guessing that one's had more use maybe, or that one's been cleaned at some point. Don't know. But I'll run them. So we start, no timer, just rotating grills and 3 speed. Here's low. Yeah, this one does struggle a bit. You can feel like no air, but it's not running at full speed on low because this one's slow. Medium. These fans, the difference in speed between high and medium is massive. They're slow spinning on low and medium, but fast on high. Or a bit fast, they're not that fast for a box fan. This one is a bit slow. High. Now we're picking up speed. Compared to like Mr. Gyro Air and the Mitsubishi box fan, these are not as powerful. It's still picking up speed. But they're not terrible air movers, I'll give them that. They're all right air movers at best. This one is because this one does run worse too. Now here's off. Yeah, it needs oil. These are made in the 2000s, I think. And they're made in Italy, which is neat. These, I think they're still made in house actually. Still made in Italy, which is cool. Here we have number 2 hooked up. Here's low. Yeah, as you can see, this one spins faster. This one really just needs a clean, but I might oil both at some point. Very gentle breeze on low. Medium. Listen to that. They've got a bit of a whine to them. For a fan that new, that's actually nice. Got a little whine to them. Here's high. Yeah, again, they don't move an insane amount of air, but they are quiet for a floor fan. I'll give them that. They're quiet. Here's off. Oh yeah, maybe they both need oil. Let's move on to the last fan. Here is the most recent addition out of all of these. It's the one that arrived the most recently. It arrived like a day before we left to come home. This GEC is actually in nice condition, I will love this. It's in nice condition. But we're rambling on enough. Here's low. Can't believe the oscillation still works. Can you? It does draw slightly over what is rated, but considering I've done outside bending the grill, I've done no work to it, and it runs quite well. Here's high. I believe this to be the weakest end in the run. Let's see if we can time it right. Off. Yeah. Still needs a little bit more work, but it's still good. Anyways, that is it for all 6 of these fans. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and see ya!